Okay. Namaskar, everyone, and welcome to our session today. My name is Arundhati here at the Blue Star. For those of you outside of Blue Star, you might know me as Renee from Anugraha Yoga, which is based in San Fernando, Trinidad and Tobago. I want to welcome those of you here in the hall, those of you online on Zoom, and those who will join us on whatever platform at whatever time. Today is going to be a restful day. When Sridevi asked me for this month, and I was like, oh, it's going to be the weekend after Carnival, said we will be relaxed. We'll be very relaxed. That's the session. It's also, I think, very important for us to learn how to relax. We get so caught up, so busy in all of the everyday things, and I feel like it's not something that comes naturally to us anymore, and that we need to take time for ourselves to breathe, take time to observe how we're feeling, take time even just to notice what's going on in our body. So that's what today's session is going to be. I'm also thinking about how we are in the period of both Lent and Ramadan, which I think is also a kind of sacred pause as well, where we take time away from things and take time to reflect on certain things. So we'll channel that energy of rest and relaxation and reflection in our session today. If we are on a chair, I invite you to sit up with your feet flat on the floor about hip distance apart. If you are short like me, you'll need to come up a little bit. If we're taller, we go back. If we're seated on our mats, feel free to sit up comfortably. You want to feel the bones on the body. And this session today, feel free at any time. If you need to pause, go ahead and pause. When we go down to our mats, if it feels uncomfortable to lie down flat, please let me know and come up and you can sit, and that's fine. Hi, Asha. Yeah, we'll start in a chair and then we move down to the mats. My mat is in front where you cannot see. Okay. So we close our eyes, and if we are uncomfortable with eyes closed, we can take a soft gaze. Remembering feet are flat on the floor, hands are resting on our thighs, and we can turn our palms up if that's comfortable. Namaskar, good morning. Beginning to focus on our breath. And taking these first few moments just to observe how the breath is flowing in and out of the body. Becoming aware of the feel of the exhale, of the breath moving out through the nostrils. Becoming aware of the feel of the inhale, of the air moving into the body. And noticing if we can follow the breath as it leaves, as it moves past us. And follow the breath as it comes into our body, noticing how it feels in the body as we breathe in fully. Gently we'll breathe out and in, finding the rhythm of your breath. Beginning to notice if we hear the sound of our breathing. On our next exhale, we allow our shoulders to relax. We begin to feel our hands resting on our thighs, feel our feet on the floor. On our inhale, we feel the ground solid below us. We become aware of our posture and how we're holding our body. Gently, we breathe out. And on our next inhale, we observe how we feel in our heart, becoming aware of the emotions that are present. Continuing to observe the breath. And on our next inhale, we'll take our attention to our brow, becoming aware of the thoughts that are present. Noticing if the mind is busy this morning, whatever time it might be when we see this. Observing if there is any tension in our brow, in our head, in our neck. Gently we soften on the exhale. Breathing in once more. And breathing out. Again in and out. Observing how we feel, we'll move into our opening. We'll open with the sound of Om 3 times. Gently breathing out fully and deeply. And breathing in. And we stay for a few breaths. This time we'll bring our hands to rest on the belly. And we can either have hand on hand or our fingertips lightly touching over our stomach. See what feels comfortable. Breathing out fully. And we breathe in, feel the belly expand. Breathing out. And as we breathe in, we feel belly expand. Gently out. And we feel belly expand. Observing what it feels like, continuing to breathe, to have the hands on the body, to have that feedback of hands on our body. Noticing if the breath is flowing smoothly, if there is a hitch in our breathing, if we can observe a distinct difference between the length of the exhale or the inhale. And all we're doing is observing, no judgment on how the breath is flowing today. Gently, we breathe out, and on our next inhale, we take the heels of the hands to the outer ribs. So we feel into our ribs, breathing out fully. And as we breathe in, we'll feel how the ribs open and slightly flare to the outside. Gently breathing out and in. And continuing to observe, feeling into the ribs, noticing if there's any difference, right side to left side. Observing the movement of the body as we breathe. And noticing what we pick up with our hands here on the body. And after our next exhale, we release. We're taking our hands to our chest, just below our collarbones, letting our hands rest comfortably on our chest. Breathing out fully. And as we breathe in, we'll feel the chest rise naturally. Gently breathing out and in. Again, out. And continuing with your rhythm, observing the breath. Breathing out fully, we leave one hand on our chest. We'll take one hand to our stomach, breathing out. And as we breathe in, we'll feel the stomach expand. Feel the ribs, feel the chest rise. Breathing out. And in. And continuing, we're working towards feeling that natural flow of breath. So we're not forcing the breath, we're not following my breathing. We're observing how the breath feels as it moves in and out of our body. We're observing how our body feels with hands resting on our body. And noticing which hand we feel more. If it's the hand on the chest, the hand on the belly, if we're feeling both evenly, if we're not feeling them at all. This is our inquiry, observing how we feel. Gently breathing out. And as we breathe in, we observe where the mind is, observing where the attention goes. Noticing if we feel like we are comfortable in this space. Observing if we feel like, we want to be doing more. Just staying in this state of breath and breathing. We'll stay for 2 more, breathing in. And out. And again, in and out. Releasing hands down, and if we want to, we can shake out our arms. Letting our hands come back to center. Noticing how we feel now in this moment compared to when we first either sat down in the room or we first turned on our computer, observing how we feel in this moment. And still maintaining our breath, we're going to begin to do some movement. Again, I want to say for those who have just come in, who may be tuning in now, that if at any time we feel uncomfortable, this is going to be a breathing, relaxing, restful practice. But if at any time we feel uncomfortable, feel free to pause or to adjust either your position or how you're moving. And when I say relax, see what that feels like, what even just the word relax brings up in our space. If I say, let go, see what that feels like, what thoughts come up, what emotions, what sensations. If I say soften, again, we observe how that lands in our body, observing our breath. And if the audio cuts in and out, sorry. Observing our breath, we're going to gently begin to work on our head. So on our exhale, we're dropping chin to chest. And breathing in, chin up. Just chin up, looking up. Breathing out, we'll go chin towards chest. And breathing in, chin up. Breathing out, chin to chest. We'll go chin up. And we'll take one more gently chin to chest on the exhale, and chin up on the inhale. We'll come into center and we're turning our heads to our right, looking right, and keeping on the same level, so we're not dropping the chin or lifting, but just turning to our left. Gently we'll breathe in and turn our heads to our right. And breathing out, we'll turn our heads to our left. Breathing in, we'll turn our heads to our right. And breathing out, we'll go to our left. And we go one more to our right and to our left. Coming into center, observing our head, our neck, we'll take our thumbs to our temples and our fingers to the middle of our forehead, just hair on our forehead. We're okay. As we breathe out, we pull gently outwards. And breathing in, fingers to the middle of the forehead. Breathing out, we pull. And breathing in, center. Breathing out, we pull. Breathe in, center. And one more, we'll pull. And release, shaking out our hands. Observing our eyes, our forehead, and focusing on our shoulders. Gently we lift shoulders up. And with a sigh, release. Breathing in, up. And breathe out with a sigh. Again, we'll go up. And release. And one more, we go up. And release. Taking a few moments here, letting our hands rest. And observing how we feel, just doing this movement with our shoulders. Earlier this week, I was with a group of Form 5 students, so they are preparing for exams. And every time we did this, just drop the shoulders, they would giggle. And yes, it could be teenagers, but yes, I feel there's also a bit of just release, of noticing in the body, oh, the shoulders have been tense, the body has been tense, and when we drop, we notice what's there, yeah? So we're going to do exact same thing, another 4 times. Breathing in, shoulders up, and breathe out. Breathing in, up, and release. Breathing in, up, release. One more up, release. Noticing our shoulders. We'll focus on, this is right side, and rolling up and back. And noticing as we move right shoulder, how the shoulder is feeling. Observing where our attention goes. Noticing what thoughts, what sensations come up in the body. And we go for one more, noticing where else besides our shoulders we feel sensation. We go forward with that right shoulder. So we've been rolling back, we're still on the same right shoulder, but this time forward. And observing if there is any difference, if there's anything that is different in the body that we notice as we move forward. We come center, observing how that right side feels compared to left side, we're okay. We take our left shoulder up and back. Noticing as the left shoulder moves, what sensations, what thoughts, what feelings are present. If it is focused on the shoulder, if we feel sensation radiating through our chest, through our back, down the arm, noticing how the body is connected. We'll go back once more, and we roll left shoulder up and forward. Observing how we feel, noticing how we move, if it is a smooth movement. And we come center. We're going with both shoulders up and back. Breathing in, up. Breathe out, back. We'll breathe in, shoulders up. Breathe out back, and one more up, and back. We're going forward, coming up, and gently out. Breathing in, up, breathe out. Breathing in, up, and out. And one more up, and out. And we'll pause because we're going to do a tricky one. So observing how we feel in this moment. And the tricky one, we're going to do shoulders, same thing, but opposite directions. And if we feel like, what? That's okay. Noticing how we feel, I demonstrate first, and then we'll go. So when I say right shoulder back, left shoulder forward, that's what's going to happen. Right shoulder back, left shoulder forward. Yeah? If it doesn't move at the same time, that's okay. Try. See if we get it in the mind, see if we get it in the body, see if we get it even just in the heart. We feel like we could do it. Yeah? We're going right shoulder back, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, left shoulder forward, and last one, right shoulder back, left shoulder forward. Very nice. I know. We go left shoulder back, right shoulder forward. See if it moves. Left shoulder back, right shoulder forward. Left shoulder back, right shoulder forward. And again, left shoulder back, right shoulder forward. Observing our shoulders, we pause. And this is a little bit of both having fun with our body, exploring what we can do, and in its own way, fun is a bit of relaxation, yeah? Observing how we can play, how we can work with that energy of our body. We're going to take our attention down to our hands and taking our right hand palm up on our thigh. Breathing out, we'll take hand to our shoulder. And breathing in, we'll push forward. Breathing out, we pull towards our shoulder. And breathing in, we push. Breathing out, we'll pull. Breathing in, push. And one more, breathe out, pull. And breathe in, push. We'll breathe out, and we're going to the side with the same right hand, push. Breathing out, pull, seeing what is comfortable, what is possible today, going only as much as we feel. We'll come in, gently we push, and in, and one more push, and in. We're going up. So currently we press up as much as is comfortable for our shoulder, our arm, and we pull down. We'll push up, and just holding on and pull down. And we'll push up, pull down, and one more gentle push, and pull. Letting that right arm rest, and noticing how we feel right side, left side. Retaining our left hand palm up, focusing on left side, left hand to our shoulder, and gently we push and pull. We'll push and pull. We push and pull. And one more push and pull. We're moving out to the side. We push and pull and seeing what we feel. Sometimes I feel all the way through to my palm. So noticing in your own body what sensations are present. And we'll go one more push and pull. We're going straight up as much as feels comfortable. Up, gentle pull. We're moving up and pull. Moving up and pull, working with the breath. And we go one more, up and pull. Releasing, observing our shoulders, our arms. And maybe we feel all the way down through our arms. Maybe we feel into our chest. Observing what is there. We take our attention to our hands, curling fingers into fists. And spreading fingers wide. And noticing if we can feel all the way through to our fingertips. Curling our fingers into fists, we'll make claws, claws, and release. Curling fingers into fists, and we bring fingers together. Observing how we feel, really feeling if our thumb can connect with all 4 fingers. And release. We're shaking out our hands, interlacing our fingers, palms together, and beginning to circle our wrists. Circling in the opposite direction. Releasing our hands, we're going to hold on to the base of our right thumb and holding on, gentle pull outwards. Noticing how we feel through the thumb. We're holding on to our index finger and gentle pull, noticing the joints on that finger if we're okay. Holding on to our middle finger, gentle pull. Holding on to our ring finger, gentle pull. Holding on to our little finger, gentle pull. And shaking out that right hand. We're switching sides, pulling on the base of left thumb, all the way from the base, pulling outwards, from the thumb, left thumb. We're holding on to our index finger, gentle pull. Holding on to our middle finger, gentle pull. Holding on to our ring finger, gentle pull. And holding on to our little finger, gentle pull. We're okay, shaking it out. Letting our hands rest, observing how we feel here. I think we're okay. Observing how aware we are of our upper body. We're okay? We're okay. Smile and nod at me. Okay. Hands to our knees. And we're going to do this sitting on the chair, but we'll also do it on the mat when we get there. So hands to our knees, feet are firm on the floor. And as we breathe out, we're hinging from our hips forward. We're not going too far, and we're not curving down, rounding down, but keeping that same length in the upper body and coming back up. Gently breathe out and forward. And this time we move. We're going right, going back on our right, as far back as is comfortable, and circle forward on our left. We're going back on our right, and forward on our left. Noticing our breath, breathing in as we go back, breathing out as we go forward, and we'll go back once more on the right, and breathing out and forward on our left. Coming center, we pause right here. We'll go to our left, breathing in, and breathing out on the right. We'll breathe in on our left, and breathe out on our right. Gently breathing in on our left, out on our right, and one more in on our left, and out on our right, coming center and up. And this time, we'll round our spine. We're going to move into our seated cat-cows. We'll be working with our spine. So as we breathe out, we're going to round down, curve our shoulders, hug in our stomach, chin towards chest. As we breathe in, we'll take our shoulders back, our chest up, our chin up. Observing our body, hands to our knees, we're comfortable. And as we breathe out, we round our spine, chin to chest, belly in. And breathe in, press into our knees, chin up, chest up. Breathing out, we round the spine, chin to chest. And breathing in, chin up, chest up. Again, we breathe out, round the spine. And breathing in, chin up, chest up. Coming into center, observing our back body. And I'm going to invite us to come up to standing. I'll wait. And while we're all standing, I'll switch out my chair for my mat. So, da, da, da. We can see me, we're okay. Yeah, I think we're all okay. Yeah. So we can come onto our mats, and for those in the hall, I have already turned our mats, so we are this way. For those at home, if you want to turn your mats, we're going to be using our mats, whatever this direction is called, lengthways. Lengthways, yeah. And it's just going to be a little bit easier if it's oriented this way for us when we lie down and we want to look at each other and that kind of thing, right? So observing how we feel, we're taking our attention down to our feet, bringing feet together just for a moment, and observing here with feet together how we're feeling through our feet, through our thighs, through our hips, through our chest. Gently breathing out fully, and breathing in, observing our balance, breathing out, and in. One more out. And as we breathe in, we'll take our toes wide and take our heels out. And this is kind of where we are. This is a stance we'll be for a little bit. So our feet are about hip distance apart. We'll soften into our knees. So we want to make sure we're not locking our knees here, but soften into our knees. Great. Rolling out to the outer edges of our feet, observing our feet, how they're feeling this morning. And rolling inwards. Depending on how much shoes we wear, we might feel something. Rolling outwards and rolling in. We'll go out and in. And one more out and in. Finding our balance, feet to the floor, we gently rock forward. And although we're rocking forward, our heels are still on the ground. So our weight is slightly forward. We feel into our toes. We feel a lean on the front. And gently we'll lean back into our heels. Our toes are still on the ground, but we feel that slight lean back. We're moving gently forward and moving gently back. We'll go one more gently forward. We're all okay. And gently back. Coming into center, finding our balance equal between our toes, the balls of the feet, the heels. And this time we lift all 10 toes up. And seeing how our toes are feeling this morning, pressing all 10 toes into our mat. Really hug the mat with the toes. Lifting just our big toes, if that's possible. Seeing, again, if we can't lift just the big toes, that's okay. Have that intent of lifting big toe. That's okay. Pressing our big toes down, we're going to lift the other 8 toes. So big toe stays on the ground. The other 8 toes lift up as much as they can. Observing how that feels, not just in our feet, but in our legs, in our stomach. And release. We're going again. Lifting our big toes only, pressing the 8 toes down. Yeah. And release. Pressing our big toes down, lifting the other 8. And release. And observing how our feet are feeling. We're just going to walk a little bit. So coming up onto the ball of the right foot. Noticing how that feels for our foot, and we'll shift to the ball of our left. We're going to our right and to our left. Moving right and left, and again right and left. Coming center, we release, and we're shaking out our feet. This is, again, I said, was going to be very relaxed. We're moving down to our mats. Coming down, however feels good to you, onto your mat. However we need to come down, we're coming down. Sorry to IT. And for those of you, we can all see me. We're all okay? Don't worry about it. Observing how we feel, and again, if we feel uncomfortable sitting, feet cross-legged, at any time, feel free to stretch out your legs, take a break. Yeah? We can bring feet further forward, so all here is fine. We can bring feet out here, all here is fine. Yeah, see what feels good, right? Observing our body, we're taking hands to our knees. And just as we did before, we're going to lean gently forward. And breathing in, circle to our right. And out on our left. Breathing in right. And breathe out left. Breathing in right. And breathe out left. We go the other direction, breathing in on our left. And breathing out on our right. Breathing in on our left. And breathing out on our right. Breathing in on our left. Out on our right. And last one, in on our left. And out on our right. Coming into center. Only we can know how much our body feels comfortable when we do this. Noticing how it feels as we circle right, as we circle left, if there's any difference in our midsection, even in our chest, in our legs. We're going to take our right leg out. And it is as much as the leg can come out. If it can come out here, that's fine. Here, here, here. See what's comfortable, see what's possible. And then observe, we want to feel our bones on the mat. So if it is that this side feels like it's raising up, see if you want to bring the left foot forward a little bit. Yeah, seeing what's comfortable. Observing our breath, all we're doing is really staying here. Breathing out fully and gently breathing in, breathing out, and in, breathing out, and in, and one more out, observing how it feels to hold the body here, if we're comfortable, and breathing in. We're switching sides, taking our right foot in, our left foot out, and observing how we feel on this side, seeing if it's okay. Observing our breath, noticing this side, if it feels different in any way. Breathing out fully, and breathing in, gently out, and in, breathing out, and in, and release. We're releasing by turning sideways, and our feet are stretching forward on our mats. For now, we can rest on our hands, and we want to observe how the hands are feeling. Fingers could be out towards the back, fingers can be forward towards the body. See what feels comfortable for your wrists, for your hands, for the body, right? Focusing on our legs, we're going to point our toes and hold. Observing how the tops of the feet, how the legs are feeling, and release. Gently, again, point our toes and release. One more, we'll point our toes and release. This time, we flex our feet, so pushing our heels out. Our heels stay on the mat, so for some of us, our heels might lift off. Make sure your heels are on the ground. If we need to bend our knees a little bit, bend your knees, it's okay. And release. Gently, we flex our feet. And release. Yeah, you have it. Flex the feet. And release. And we go one more, flex the feet. And release. And yes, it is simple movements, but noticing when we do these movements, what we feel in our legs, in our feet. Sometimes we go throughout the whole day doing all sorts of things and we don't really tune in to what's happening with our feet. So observing what just pointing, flexing does. We're going to alternate. Pointing our right foot, flex our left. So point the right and flex our left and relax. We'll point our left, flex our right, and relax. We go one more. Point our right, flex our left, and relax. and point our left, flex our right, and relax. Shaking out our feet. We drop our little toes towards the floor as much as is comfortable. And we come up and drop our big toes inwards. We'll come to center, drop our little toes down, and come center, drop our big toes towards each other. Coming up center, so we want to make sure our feet are hip distance apart. There is some space between our feet. Feet are in line with our hips. Dropping our little toes down. Coming up, big toes towards each other. Once more up, little toes down. Coming up, big toes towards each other. Returning center, we observe how we feel from our hips all the way down to our legs. What do we notice? What do we observe? Observing how our legs are feeling, because we're going to bring our right knee up, right foot on the floor, as much as is comfortable today. And gently we're dropping our right knee to the side, as much as it will go. We're coming up to center and dropping right knee to the side. Our heel stays on the floor, our left foot, toes are pointing up to the ceiling. We come up center and we drop right knee to the floor. As much as it will go, coming up, and gently we drop right knee to the floor. We're coming up center and sliding that right leg down, noticing how we feel right side, left side. We're taking our left knee up, and same thing, dropping our left knee down, noticing if there's a difference on our left side. Coming up, we'll drop our left knee down, and we're coming up. We'll drop left knee down, and up, and one more, left knee down, and up. Sliding that left leg down, we'll shake out both legs. We're okay. And this time we bend our knees, both knees. Our hands are still here, we're still pretty relaxed, yeah? Observing our body, we're dropping both knees towards our right side as much as is comfortable. Our chest faces to the top of the mat, the front of the mat. We're coming up center and dropping our knees to our left side. Coming up center, we'll drop both knees to our right. And coming up center, we'll drop our knees to our left. And so if we're joining in, welcome, we're on our mats. Coming up center, we'll drop our knees to our right. And center, we'll drop our knees to our left. Coming up center, we're going to change. So taking our feet as wide as our mats. Observing how we feel in our feet. If we're okay, we're comfortable, we're in a safe space, we're okay. We're dropping our right knee towards our left as much as is comfortable. And coming up center, dropping our left knee towards our right as much as is comfortable. Coming up center, dropping right knee towards our left and center, and our left knee towards our right and center. Releasing legs down. We tap out our legs. And coming up to sit, we hug just below our right thigh, picking up that right thigh. We're focusing on right knee and gently circling our knee and making sure that we're moving from the knee, circling in the opposite direction. We're okay. However much it moves is fine. And down. We're switching sides, picking up our left leg, circling from the knee. And moving in the opposite direction, just my hip crack. Y'all didn't hear it, but I did. So if y'all are hearing cracking in your own body, know it's okay. We're coming center and down, tapping out our knees. And we're going to make fists with our hands And tapping from our hips, going all the way all the way down the legs with as much pressure as feels comfortable for you, going down the outer seams of the legs. So if we were wearing jeans or leggings, it would be this seam down the legs. Observing how our feet are feeling, if there's any spots that feel sore that we want to focus on, noticing in our hips. We're coming to the tops of the thighs, so just between this top of our thigh and top of our knee, not on the kneecap itself, but we're tapping. Observing how the legs are feeling into our muscles, observing our legs. Checking in, taking a moment, observing our breath. Is the breath flowing comfortably? We're coming to center and dropping our little toes down, tapping down the inner seams of the legs. So all the way down through the inner thighs, inner legs, down towards our inner ankles. And gently release. Observing how our legs are feeling. If we want to rub, that's fine. We're going to do a little bit more on our legs. So using the sides of our palm, from our palm to the little finger, we're going to karate chop our legs in the same way that we did the tapping. So tapping down the outer seams of our legs, and finding your rhythm, observing how much pressure you want to tap, noticing what feels comfortable, where we want to pause, where there might be any tenderness or tightness. We're coming back up center, karate chop, tops of our thighs. And then dropping our little toes down, going down the inner seams of the legs. And coming back up. Again, we rub our legs, noticing how are the legs feeling. Do we notice any difference in our legs? Are we okay? We're okay. We're going to do one more thing with that same kind of feeling. We hold our fingers stiff. And pretty much same thing, going down the outer seams of our legs. Observing how our legs are feeling. Tapping into our hips all the way down the legs. Noticing how we feel this time with our fingers. Observing if there are any tender spots, any sore spots, if we're okay. And as we come up to the top, we tap our thighs. Noticing if we feel any knots in our legs, if we're okay. And we're dropping our little toes down, going down the inner seams of the legs. And gently coming back up, we're okay. And after we've been doing all sorts of things with our legs, taking a moment to shake them out. We're going to roll down and lie down on our mats. But again, if at any time it feels uncomfortable for the low back and we want to sit up, feel free. We will be going through some movements on the mat. If you need to pause anytime, go ahead. Right now, we roll down. Oh boy. This mic was not made for lying down. Okay, so right here, we're on our mats, and we're going to bend our knees. And our feet don't need to be close in, but just bend the knees to wherever is comfortable. We want our feet to be hip distance apart, so there is some space between our knees, between our feet. And we're going to let our hands come to rest on our belly. We'll bring our head to look up to the ceiling, or we can close our eyes. And taking a moment here just to begin to observe how the breath is flowing. Becoming aware of the rhythm of your breath. And noticing how the body connects to the ground in this moment. Becoming aware of the soles of our feet on the floor. Becoming aware of our shoulder blades on the mat. Becoming aware of our hips, our tailbone, and noticing if they feel stable. And becoming aware of the back of the head on the mat. Noticing if the back of the neck is comfortable or if we need to roll our mat a little bit below our head if we're okay. And gently breathing out fully. And breathing in. Gently out. And in. One more out. And in. We'll take our hands down to our sides, turning palms up, and observing how our shoulders are feeling, how the arms, how the neck, how the head. Okay. Continuing to observe our breath. You stay right there. I just need to see. So we are still lying down on our mats, or if being on the mats is uncomfortable and we want to be on a chair, we can do that. Observing how we feel. And right here, we bring our attention to our right hand, taking a moment to observe how that right hand, right arm is feeling. Breathing out fully. And as we breathe in, we're going to float our right hand up and overhead towards the floor if that's comfortable, all the way over if that's okay, as far as it will go. And gently we float our hand down back to our side. Gently we'll float our arm up and overhead, we're okay. And we float our arm down to our side. Same right arm will float up and overhead, observing that arm, that side, how we feel from our hip to our hand, and release. And we go for one more, breathing in, up and overhead. And gently release. We're okay. Letting that right hand rest at our side. And noticing how our right side feels, we're okay. Gently, we switch our attention to our left hand. Observing the weight of the left hand, noticing how our left hand feels, we float left arm up and overhead towards the floor as much as is comfortable. Seeing how this much goes, and we float arm down. We'll float our left arm up and overhead, and gently floating down. And remembering we are on our mats or on our chair, whichever works, taking arm up and overhead. And gently, when ready, we're coming down to our sides. And again, we'll go up and overhead. And gently down. Observing how we feel, allowing our arms to settle, bringing hands down to our sides, seeing what's comfortable in the body. And so we can practice either lying down on the mats or seated, if that's more comfortable. I see some of us, yeah. Observing how the shoulders are feeling. Breathing out fully. and gently in. Once more out and in. We're going to take our arms, I'm sorry AV team, I am moving around. We're going to take our arms straight up towards the ceiling, and if we are on chairs, arms will be straight ahead of us. So our arms are towards the ceiling. We're going to lift up towards the ceiling and drop shoulders back on the floor. Lifting straight up to the ceiling and drop shoulders back down on the floor. Lifting straight up and back. Lifting straight up and back. Again, we lift up and back. Observing our arms, our shoulders. And we're going to gently alternate, taking our right arm straight up and drop, shoulder down. Left arm straight up, shoulder down. Right arm up and down, and left arm up and down. Observing our shoulders, gently we reach both arms up and release, shoulders down. We're going to cross our arms over each other, hugging ourselves tightly. So right arm across our chest, left arm across, and seeing where we can hug. We might reach our shoulders, we might reach around the back body. See what is good for you. Making sure our feet are firm on the floor, our hips are firm, and our upper body, gently, we roll right. It's a small move, but we will feel it. We come back center, and we roll our upper body left. We come back center, we roll right. We come back center, and we roll left. Coming back center, we'll slide our legs down. And again, if we're on a chair, pretty much we're doing the same thing, moving our upper body right. Coming center, and upper body left. Coming center, upper body right. And center, upper body left. Coming in center, we release our arms and observe how we feel. Taking a moment, breathing out fully and breathing in, gently out and in. We'll bend our knees once more. And this time, whichever arm was on top goes below. We're hugging ourselves tightly. If our right arm was on top, we put it below, so left arm is now on top. And same thing, we roll upper body right, our hips, our legs are steady, and we roll left. We'll roll right, and we roll left. We come to center, slide our legs down, roll upper body right, and left, and one more, right, and left. Coming in center, releasing arms down to our sides, and taking a moment right here to observe how we feel in our shoulders, in our head, our neck, our upper body. Breathing out fully, noticing the level of our energy in this moment. Noticing where the attention goes, what feelings are present. We'll breathe out fully and breathing in. As we breathe out, we'll bend our right knee. So just our right knee bends, our right foot is on the floor. If we're on a chair, then our right foot is on the ground, our left leg stretches out. Observing our breath, we're staying here just for a few breaths and noticing how it feels with one foot up and the other one extended. Breathing out and in, gently out and in. One more out and in.
We're switching sides, sliding that right leg down and bringing our left knee up. Making sure that left foot is comfortable. Again, if we're on a chair, left foot is on the floor. We stretch out our right leg and breathing out fully and breathing in, gently out and in, again out and in, and release left leg down. We're taking our feet as wide as our mats. If we're on chairs, we bring our feet slightly wider than the chair. Observing our upper body, making sure upper body is comfortable. If we're on mats, our head, our shoulders, our hips are comfortable. If we're on a chair, we're lifting up through our crown, finding our balance. Taking our arms to rest at our sides, palms up. Or if we're on a chair, our hands are on our thighs. And as we breathe out, we'll curl our fingers, curl our toes, engage our muscles, all of our muscles. So we tighten, engage the muscles, and breathe in, release, gently soften. Breathing out, we curl our fingers, curl our toes, engage your muscles. All, even the ones in our stomach, even the ones in our glutes, and release, gently soften. Let the head rest. Breathing out, we curl our fingers, curl our toes, engage our muscles, even the ones in our face, in our legs, in our stomach, in our ribs, in our shoulders. See wherever you have muscles, and release. Gently soften. Breathing out fully. We'll close our eyes and breathing in, gently out and in, and continuing to follow the flow of our breath, noticing how the breath moves in and out of the body. We take our attention down to our feet. And becoming aware of the soles of our feet and how our feet are feeling. Our body is still, but our attention goes to our feet. As we breathe in, we'll bring our attention through to our toes. And noticing if there's any toe that we feel most present. If we feel all our toes equally. If we feel more aware of our right side than our left. Building that awareness all the way down through our feet, feeling our toes. And on our exhale, gently, we relax our toes. Bringing our attention through to our ankles, our heels. Gently breathing in. Breathing out, soften, feeling into our heels, our right heel, our left. Gently breathing out. And as we breathe in, we become aware of the arches of our feet, the arch of the foot on the right side, the arch of the foot on our left. Breathing out, gently soften our feet. And breathing in, we'll take our attention into our calves, noticing our right calf, noticing our left. Gently breathing out fully and deeply. And breathing in, we become aware of the backs of our knees, noticing the back of the right knee and the back of our left knee. Bringing our attention to the tops of the knees, to the sides of our knees, noticing how our knees are feeling, and observing if there's a difference from our right knee to our left. Breathing out fully and deeply, and breathing in, observing our thighs, becoming aware of the back of the thighs, of our inner, our outer, the tops of the thighs. Gently breathing out, we allow our legs to be heavy on our mats or in our chair. Becoming fully aware of how our legs are feeling. With each exhale, we soften, letting our legs be relaxed, our feet are comfortable. And gently, on our next inhale, we'll take our attention to our hips, becoming aware of our right hip, and becoming aware of our left. Remember, if at any time we need to bend our knees or adjust our position, feel free to do so. Observing how the hips are feeling, the front of the hips, the back of the hips. Focusing on our right hip, noticing if it feels comfortable, if it feels tight, if it feels warm in any way. As we breathe out, we soften into that right hip. Feel how our hip can be comfortable, can relax onto our mat. And take our attention into our left side, left hip. Observing if there's any difference on the left side, noticing if there's any tension in our left hip. Any tightness, any warmth that we're feeling. As we bring our attention into our left hip, we soften, feeling how that hip connects to the ground below. Breathing out fully. And as we breathe in, we breathe into that space, that cradle of the hips. Gently we'll breathe out. And breathing in, becoming aware of our tailbone. Observing how we feel. Noticing how the back body connects to the ground. We observe our low back and the space between the low back and the mat. The space between our low back and our chair. Bringing our attention to the back of the ribs, observing how the ribs are feeling. And breathing out, we soften. Feeling our ribs, feeling our mid-back. We'll take our attention a bit higher up the back body, becoming aware of our shoulder blades, of the space between our shoulders. Observing our breath. And gently as we breathe out, we soften, feeling our shoulders on the mat or in our chair. Feeling our body connecting to the ground from our shoulders to our feet. And on our next inhale, we'll feel our belly rise. Becoming aware of the space above the body, feeling our belly rising into that space. Gently breathe out, feeling our ribs expand into that space. And release, feeling our chest rise, taking up that space that it needs to. Breathing out fully. And again, we breathe into our belly, feel the belly rise. And release. Feel the ribs expand. And release. Feel the chest rise. and fall. Gently, we bring our attention into our throat, becoming aware of the hollow at the base of the throat, noticing what sensation is present, noticing if our throat is dry, if we feel any tightness, any tenderness, if we feel the beat of the heart at that base of our throat. We'll breathe out fully and deeply, and breathing in, becoming aware of our jaw, and noticing if we need to soften, if we need to relax the jaw. Maybe we bring a gentle smile to our face. We relax the muscles of our face, observing how the backs of the eyes are feeling, observing the ears, the backs of the eyes, the brow. Breathing out fully and deeply, and we bring our attention to the back of the head resting on our mat, or the back of the head, noticing how we feel as we sit in our chair. Breathing out fully, and breathing in, we'll take our attention to our crown, and noticing if there's any sensation. Gently we'll breathe out and in, breathing out and in. Once more out. And as we breathe in, we observe the whole body, holding our body in a space of nourishment, letting each breath be full and deep. With each exhale, we allow ourselves to soften, to release. Paying attention to our own bodies and noticing if we need to adjust in any way. We'll breathe out fully and deeply, and gently breathing in. Once more out and in. Taking our attention from our crown to our feet, and from our feet to our crown. Breathing out and in, and once more out and in. Becoming aware of the weight of our body on our mats or in our chair. We begin to bring our body back to awareness. So wiggling our toes. Gently we'll roll our ankles side to side. Stretching out our fingers, we'll roll our wrists. We're still lying down if that's comfortable. And rolling our heads from side to side. As we breathe in, we'll stretch up through our hands, down through our toes, and release. We go for 2 more, breathing in, stretching up, and release. 1 more, breathing in, up, and release. Observing our breath. If we're on our mats, we'll bring our knees towards our chest and gently roll side to side. We're going to be moving up to seated. So when we're ready, gently we can roll to one side and come up to seated. Okay. Taking our time, making our way up, we're okay. And so we come into a comfortable seat, finding whatever that feels like for you right now. If we want to come back onto the chair, we can do so. Observing our breath. We'll close here, and then as we close, there will be maybe a 3 or 4 minutes if anyone has questions. So letting our hands rest or bringing palms together, noticing what we feel in this moment. Breathing out fully and breathing in. When we're ready, we can open our eyes. And I want to say thank you all for coming, for attending, to those of us who are here in the hall, to those of us who are online via Zoom. Hello. To those of us who are on the other social media platforms or will be watching this at another time. I know for myself, I like to check back in on the past live streams and, just catch up when I need to. So welcome. Thank you for being here. I have a few minutes, I think. If anyone has questions, now is your time. Otherwise, we'll close off. Yeah, any questions? Are we okay? Oh, not just questions. If anyone has a comment, that's also a possibility. Yeah. Oh. It's so the people on the Zoom will hear you. I know. I know.
So I was surprised that I was able to go through the entire session.
Yeah.
And I think things that we took for granted just there in the body all the time,
Yeah.
they all got touched. So I'm really happy that I was here.
Yeah, I'm happy you were here too. And yeah, you were able to do the whole thing comfortably. Good. It was, that's okay.
Namaskar, Renee, and everyone.
Namaskar.
I just want to no questions, but just say thank you.
Okay.
When you said gentle practice, it was amazing. Like how this gentle practice was able to have like a full body experience. And I felt very serene and beautiful during the whole practice. And I loved how you allow us to do as much as we wanted to, as little as we could have today.
Yeah.
And I felt like, yes, you're right, the hustle and bustle of day to day.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel you can't do a practice home. You have to be in a class. But there were a few things that I could take away to do home, stop myself for 5 minutes and all of that. So thank you very much.
You're
It
welcome.
was a Sunday morning well spent.
Thank you very much for commenting. Namaskar.
So, namaskar everyone. I wish to echo their Marie's sentiments. And what I noticed is that sometimes when we were doing the exercises with the toes, keeping the big toe, moving the big toe alone, and then the other toes, if I didn't look at my toes,
Yes.
I had less control. So it told me that, that sight, looking, does have some more power in it than simply feeling. Perhaps I need to develop that sense
They
of
feel,
feeling a bit
yeah.
more, you know. And yeah, it was really very restful, and I wish to thank you very, very, very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it from us. Anybody online? We okay? I think we're okay. She says her mouth is big. Oh my God. Hold on, people. Yeah. I see comments popping up on the thing. Go ahead.
Guiding, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Because I'm listening to you, and I think you do an amazing job,
Yeah.
and you laugh like your mommy too.
I do.
Yes, so I really enjoyed listening to you.
Thank you. I'm glad you were able to
Okay,
be here.
namaskar.
Namaskar. Okay, people online, you're welcome. It's good to see all of you. I'm happy that you were able to come. Yeah. All right, so I think that's it for all of us. Happy Sunday, be safe, take care, enjoy. Namaskar.